Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is doing amazing today. My name is Bria, and I am a speaker, writer, and mental health advocate from Toronto, Canada. And I come to you too when I talk about videos that will resonate with people, videos about faith, lifestyle, mental health, just videos about life and evolving. So today I wanted to talk about being in your 20s and the struggles of being in your 20s. And I really hope that this video can resonate with someone. God has been pressing it on my heart. So I really hope that this video can resonate with someone today. Yeah, like I love coming to YouTube and talking to everyone and just talking about different topics. I know my videos are not getting as many views as I would like, but I really pray that this video reaches some people today when it comes to struggling in your 20s because I know it is a hard season for some people. So, being in your 20s, let's talk about it. Being in your 20s is rough. It can be rough, it can be difficult. It is such a transition from when you are a teenager and things are just, you have your parents guiding you and holding your hand, kind of, and then you branch off into your 20s and it's a different world. You're going through changes in terms of puberty and your self esteem and your outlook on life. And things change quite rapidly. You're on your own now. You have to figure things out for yourself. And that can be difficult for some people. I know for me, as a sensitive person, going through my 20s and transitioning into an adult was difficult for me. If I can be honest and vulnerable in this moment, it was difficult for me because as a sensitive person, I soaked up every emotion, the emotions of myself and people around me. I'm 29 now, by the way, for context. Black don't crack. I'm just kidding. I don't look it, but thank God for that. But I'm 29 now, and I can thankfully say that the harsh waves of the 20s have kind of died down. And I just really wanted to do this video to encourage someone who is going through that season of just everything being hard on you in your 20s to know that it's going to get better. So, as I was saying, yeah, I am a very sensitive person, like I found out doing soul searching and therapy and just taking on the emotions of other people and myself would quite be quite overwhelming for me. Your 20s is hard as well because there's peer pressure. Peer pressure doesn't stop when you're a teenager. Peer pressure continues into adulthood. There's peer pressure to look a certain way from social media, to be a certain way, to be successful, to be at a certain place in your life. And if you're not at that place, you can feel like you are just failing in comparison to others. And I know that I felt this throughout my 20s. Um, if I can say anything to anyone going through their 20s, it will get better. It will definitely get better. But there are some strategies that you need to use for yourself to ensure that it's going to get better for you. There's things that you can do to make sure that your 20s are a better time for you and not so hard and not so difficult. Number one is if you are a religious or spiritual person, I would keep God close. Whether it's God or just a spiritual outlet, just have God close and tap into your spirituality during your 20s because it's very, very important to have that spirituality during your 20s so that have an anchor, you have a guide. There's so many moments where I was in my 20s and I felt like I was drowning in low self-esteem, comparison, feeling like alone, feeling different from other people because of my life choices. And then I found God when I was 25 and things started to change. Things started to feel different. I had a sense of identity. I knew whose I was. And it just changed for me by having God in my life. And I still, to this day, read my Bible and I walk with God during my 20s and just in life in general because He guides me and He tells me who I am, who I should be around, who I shouldn't be around. And that is very necessary for you. Peer pressure is going to come. Social media standards are going to come when you're in your 20s, whether you're 21, 22, 23, 24. Even now at 29, I still find peer pressure and just the pressure to be this person comes into my life sometimes. And I found that holding on to God as an anchor has really helped me. So get a Bible that you can understand. I use the women's, this is for women particularly, I use the Women's Study Bible. It's a blue Bible by NIV, by Nielsen. You can look it up online. It's blue and it says Women's Study Bible. You can't miss it. And it's just really a helpful tool when it comes to just finding yourself, your identity, and growing in your relationship with God. And it will really help you in your 20s. The only reason I've reached this calmness and this level of clarity is because I've invited God into my life to have a relationship with Him. If I didn't invite God into my life, I would be depressed, maybe suicidal thoughts, maybe feeling alone, maybe feeling like I'm just out of touch with everything, comparing myself to other people. So having God is very essential in your life. Number two that you're going to want to do is surround yourself with positive people. You are going to lose a lot of people in your 20s because you are evolving as a person. We have friendships with people that we are in close proximity with when we are younger, when we are teenagers, when we are young kids. You go to school every day, that's who you see. You, in high school or in elementary school, you see these people every single day, so they will become your friends. But as you get older and you decide that you are a different person and you're evolving and changing, you're going to realize that your friendships are going to drift apart. This is going to be painful. It's going to be awkward. You're going to feel alone sometimes, but just know that this is a part of the journey. Surround yourself with positive people who are going to lift you up. You might be in a season right now where you are alone. I know I am sometimes, but I know what's good for me and what's good for me and my evolvement. You need to be around people who want to see you shine, who want to see you grow, who are not envious of you, who are not comparing themselves to you. Be around people who want to see you grow and want to see you better. Number three, date well. If you are seeking relationships with people, dating, try to seek relationships that are healthy for you. Don't seek relationships with people who are going to bring you down, relationships that might be abusive, or just being in a relationship just because you are lonely. Try to find yourself before you get into a relationship so that you can be in a healthy relationship. I'll also do a video on healthy relationships and what that looks like. So, yeah, get yourself into a healthy relationship if you are seeking a relationship so that you can be healthy all around. Number four. Number four. What can I say about number four for evolving in your 20s? Accept that change is a part of life, but you will evolve with the changes. Change will come, different emotions will come, different seasons will come. Sometimes a season might be just a dry season. You may not be working right now. You may be building yourself. You may be broke, literally, for a season in your 20s because getting money is not easy. But know that you will grow with the changes. Know that everything that you go through isn't permanent. This is very important to know in your 20s. It's all temporary, it's not permanent. Feeling what you're feeling is not permanent. Being down, being in a down season is not permanent. Number five, don't compare yourself to other people as much as possible. This is a very hard one to say and a hard one to do. Very, very difficult. And it doesn't stop when you're in your later 20s. I'm 29 and it still happens to me, and it's probably going to happen throughout my life. But as much as you can do, try not to compare yourself to other people where they are in their journey. Trust that you are a unique person with an individual journey. It doesn't matter how different your journey looks from other people. This is the journey that is right for you. Comparing yourself to people is just going to make you feel down. It's going to make you feel isolated. Maybe it will make you feel like you are not like other people. Do not compare yourself to other people as much as you can in your 20s. And if you're struggling with that, seek therapy. I did it for a while and it really helped me. You can go to Psychology Today online and they have therapists that can help you. Seek therapy as much as you can. Now, going into number six, I think we are in therapy. Therapy is very important when you're in your 20s and when you're evolving. Um, you are a different person from when you were a teenager. So it's important to find that person and to adjust to the new person that you are now becoming. Going into therapy helps you because it helps to release trauma and different emotions that may have been pent up from the earlier years when you were younger. And it really helps you to navigate life and to feel less alone and to just go through those emotions. You're going to go through so many emotions in your 20s. You might go through a season where you're sad. Some people go through depression. They're just struggling with finding their identity in their 20s. So it evolves into depression, manifests into depression, Some people go through suicidal thoughts. So therapy is very, very important for you in your healing journey. And I think we're at number 7. Number 7 is know that if it's not okay, it's not the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. That is something that I want you to remember from this video. There are so many things that change throughout your life in your 20s. Ups, downs, arounds. Some seasons are smooth, some seasons are bumpy, some seasons are dry, some seasons are quiet, but they're all temporary. You will have your up seasons, you will have your failures, you will have your growths, but just keep riding the waves. Know that everything will eventually come to where it needs to be for you. Everything will eventually become okay. And if it's not okay, it's not the end. So this was just a short little video about your 20s, the struggles of your 20s. I can also do a little deeper video of like things that I went through in my 20s, like depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts. I can do a video about that and how I navigated that as well. So I hope this video can help someone and gives a little bit of encouragement to someone who is struggling in their 20s. All right, see you in the next video.